Hello my dear students, welcome to the Suraj Computer Coaching once again. So today's video is going to be exclusively for PUCII second year computer science students, even though it is going to help you even if you are studying in BCA or engineering. Today we are going to solve one question paper which is based on advanced Python. So this is provided by the government of Karnataka. I hope it will be helpful to you. Chalo, let us start with the MCQs from the part A. The exception. The first question is the exception arises when the requested module definition is not found. So in the file handling topic, I think you have already studied the file handling in the Python. This question is from the file handling topic. The exception arises when the requested module definition is not found. The options are A. IO error, B. syntax error, C. import error, and D. index error. The answer is C. import error. Next, the method which is used to convert Python objects for writing data into the binary file. So there are two options here, load and dump, where you may confuse. The answer is dump. Third option, assertion A. Stack follows LIFO rule, that is nothing but last in first out. Reason, insertion and deletion takes place at the same end. I think already you got the answer, that is A. A is true and R is correct reason, because in stack you know the last element which is pushed, that will be the popped at the first. Fourth option, DEQ is a version of Q which allows insertion and deletion at. Yes, I think my students guessed rightly, that is both ends. That is DEQ is nothing but double-ended Q, is a version of a Q which allows insertion and deletion at the both the ends. Now fifth question, in bubble sort, while sorting in ascending order, which element reaches its correct position after the first pass? Now try to understand. If you are good enough in the sorting techniques, you know there are so many sorting techniques are there. When in the bubble sort, at the end of pass 1, the largest element, that is the answer is C, the largest element is at the proper position. Sixth question, in selection sort, the smallest element is selected in each pass and placed in its correct position. And B is, in selection sort, the nth element is the last and it's already in the place. Yes, both A and B are correct. That is answer C. Option C is the correct answer, because both A and B statements are true in the selection sort. Seventh question, the number of attributes in a relation is called. Now you know that the number of attributes is nothing but a degree. You may confuse here for degree and cardinality, but the answer is degree. Eighth question, the most popular query language used by RDBMS is, obviously it is a MySQL, which is there for your syllabus in the PUCII second year science, computer science. Ninth one, which of the following is string single row built-in function? Obviously it is a, that is a length. Whenever we want to find the length of the string, we are going to use the single row built-in function. 10th one, the operation is used to combine the selected rows of two tables at a time. So that means we are going to combine both the rows of the two tables, that is nothing but union. Option A is the correct answer, union. 11th one, correct expansion form of the HTTP. Obviously everybody knows this. Answer is option C, hypertext transfer protocol. 12th one, the network topology where data can be transmitted in only one direction. The answer is B, that is a ring topology, because in star mesh bus topology data can be traveled in any direction. Question number 13, the example for half duplex communication mode. Since we have studied the different duplex communication modes in the second year PUCII science, radio, walkie-talkie, television, telephone, half duplex That means answer is B, walkie talkie. That means I hope you know what is a half duplex, full duplex, correct? So mobile is the best example for the full duplex, walkie talkie is the best example for the half duplex. So answer is B, walkie talkie. 14th one, the communication protocol which establishes a dedicated and direct connection between two communicating devices is PPP. Answer is C, point to point protocol, students. And the last one MCQ is 15th, the standalone programs that are capable of working on its own. Okay, you know already this is the most dangerous. Worms, the answer is option A, worms. So these are the 15 MCQs of this particular question paper. Let us try to understand, fill in the blanks. Answers are already given, just you have to choose the correct answer. 16th, the dash statement in Python is used to test an expression in the program code. Obviously, that is the assert statement in the Python is used to test an expression in the program code. Again, the question is from the file handling. 17th one, dash file consists of data stored as a stream of bytes. That is a binary files. Always binary files consist of a data stored as a stream of bytes. 18th one, each row of a table is called record. The answers are given. You have to select from the top. That is record is the correct answer. 19th one, dash is a command which comes under DML. DML means what? Data manipulation language. That is the insert is the only command given in the above brackets. That is insert is a command which comes under the DML, data manipulation. We are going to manipulate the data using the insert option or command. And last one is a 20. Dash is an aggregate function in SQL. If you are good at mathematics, you can understand that max is an aggregate function in a SQL. So because we don't have any mathematical function over there, max is an aggregate function in SQL that gives the maximum number, and that is all about your first 20 questions of computer science. And this is the most important thing. Here we are going to answer any 4 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. That means you are going to get 8 marks in this part B. 21, what is a prefix and postfix expression? It is a very easy question. Prefix expression, the expressions where the operators appears before the operand. Postfix expressions, the expression where the operators appears after the operands. So I think you can easily understand prefix and postfix expression. Question number 22, write any 2 applications of queues in the computer science. See students, you have to write any 2, means don't write 2, at least try to write 3. Okay, so that will get full marks. First one is handling multiple user requests on the web server. Okay, job scheduling in a multitasking operating system, managing multiple print requests in a printer queue. So that means whenever we are using printer or multitasking operating system or multi-user operating system, we need queue, so that whatever we have given commands, that will be in the queue and they are executed step by step. Come to the question number 23. What is a collision situation and collision resolution in hashing? Already we know the hashing collision situation when 2 or more elements are mapped to the same location in a hash table. It is called as a collision. Okay, collision resolution means it is a technique used to handle and store multiple data items that are assigned the same hash address in a hash table. So hashing is one of the very popular searching technique where we are going to use collision situation and collision resolution. Let us go to the next 24. Write the rules which are imposed on an attribute of the relation. What are the rules? Each attribute in a relation must have a unique name. The order of the attribute in a relation does not matter. These are the 2 rules. Let us go to the next 25th question. Give the difference between char and varchar data types in the SQL. As we know that there is no much difference between the char and varchar because both are a character type of a data type. In char, fixed length character data type will be there in variable, and varchar variable length character data type. That means it can vary okay, and char we have a fixed length. There must be a finite length should be there in the char. Unused spaces are padded with the blanks. Only the actual number of characters are stored here. That means they are not padded with the blanks. So you can see the example, you can read the example. Char 10 always uses a space for the 10 characters, where char 10 uses a space only for entered characters. That means whatever you are going to enter the characters, right? So 26, question number 26, mention any two network devices. There are so many network devices: modem, hub, switch, repeater, router, gateway, Ethernet card, etc., etc. Okay, you can write any two. You will get at least write 3, so that you will get 2 out of 2 marks. And last one is 27th 2 marks question. Define a data and communication. You have to define both the terms here. Data refers to the raw facts, as already we know. Data refers to the raw facts, figures or symbols such as text, numbers, images, audio or video that convey the meaning. Communication is an act of sending or receiving the data. So that is all about your 2 marks questions. So let us go to the 3 marks question, that is a part C. Answer any 4, each question carries 3 marks. Okay. 28, what is the need of exception handling? Why we need exception handling? That is a question. To handle runtime errors and preventing abnormal termination of the program. Obviously, we have studied in this chapter that runtime errors, many times a user may give the wrong input, so that we must know the exception handling. To handle the runtime errors and prevent abnormal termination of the program, to separate error handling code from the main logic of the program. Yes, every programmer can understand this. We want to write a separate program for error handling, correct or not? Program is different, error handling is a different task. So we can separate it from the original program. That is the reason we are going to use exception handling, to allow specific handling for different types of exceptions using separate exception handler, to help the interpreter locate and manage the error efficiently. That means efficiency is very, very important in programming. So we want interpreter to locate and manage the error efficiently. That is the answer. You have to write it completely. Minimum 3 marks question, write minimum 3 or better go for 4 answers. 29th question, explain any 3 file opening modes. It's a very easy question in data handling. Read mode, okay, write mode, read plus, write plus, read binary. Okay, you can write this, okay, RRB, R plus R or W. Okay, this I am not going to do. We are not going to spend more time on this. Even WB plus is there. A is nothing but append mode. A plus is nothing but append and read mode. Already we know this. Got it? Question number 30. Define. You have to define the 3 terms here: constant time algorithm, linear time algorithm, and quadratic time algorithm. Constant time algorithm without any loop, time remains constant. Linear time algorithm with the one loop, time grows linearly. Quadratic time algorithm with a nested loop. That means if you are using a loop within the loop, that is called as the nested loop, time grows as n square. This question may also come in multiple choice questions. Students, please read this 30th definitions very carefully. It is going to help you in MCQs also. 31st, write an algorithm to search an element using the linear search method. So here you have to practice this, a small algorithm which is of only step 4, that is nothing but a linear search. I think you know what is a linear search. We are going to take one key and we are going to search it in a list, okay, step by step from the first element to the last element until we will get this element. 32, briefly explain the database schema, data constraint and data manipulation. Database schema, it is structure of or design of a database that defines the tables, their fields, data types, constraints and relationship among the tables. That is, schema is nothing but a structure or the design of the database. That means how many tables, how many fields, or what type of data types we are going to use and what constraints, limitations we are going to give to that particular attributes, right? Data constraint, here they have explained the data constraint. It refers to the rules and restrictions applied on the column to ensure the accuracy and validity of the data, such as not null, comma, unique or value limits. So that data constraints are very, very important to enter the accurate data. Unnecessary if the user is entering the wrong input, So that will be a big problem in the database. So we are using data constraint. Data manipulation, it involves modifying the data in a database using operations like insertion, deletion and updation of records. 33. Explain different math single row function used in a SQL, that is nothing but pow, round, mod. You have to explain this little bit so that you can get 3 out of 3 marks. Question number 34, write a note on local area network, one of the easiest and scoring question. A local area network, a LAN connects computer and devices within a limited area, that is room, building and campus. Please do remember this, within a room, building or a campus. It uses wires, Ethernet cables, fiber optics or Wi-Fi connectivity. LAN provides a high-speed data transfer ranging from 10 Mbps to 1000 Mbps. User can share resources like printers, files and softwares within a network. A LAN can typically convert a distance of up to 1 kilometer. That is all about your 3 marks questions. So now come to the part D. It's a 4 marks question. Write an application of stacks in programming. What are the applications of stacks? Already we have discussed this. Again, you have to read this full. Reversing a string, undo, redo, web page navigation, parenthesis matching, and stack is used for even converting of infix to postfix and prefix expression. You can explain it in a short or in a detailed if you want to get out of out marks. That each question carries your 5 marks. Try to explain a little bit more. We have given up all 5 points for 5 marks here. That is reversing string, undo redo operations, web page navigation, parenthesis matching, and stack is used even in converting infix, postfix and prefix conversions. Question number 36. Writing an algorithm to check whether a string is a palindrome or not using the DEQ. So palindrome means you know already if palindrome comes in both strings and numbers, right? But here they have given string. Suppose if you take one word like gadag, G-A-D-A-G, when you reverse the spelling, again it will be G-A-D-A-G. That means it spells the same, the spelling will not change. So that is called as a palindrome. You have to write an algorithm whether to check the given string. If I will give gadag, your program should give yes, it is a palindrome. If I will give Goa, then it should give answer as it is not a palindrome, because G-O-A is different from A-O-G, right? So that is a palindrome. 37. Briefly explain the working of binary search algorithm. Briefly means you have to explain the steps, what we are going to do in the binary search, because it's a very special type of a searching technique where we are going to divide the array into 2 parts and we are going to find the mid and we are going to compare that key element with the middlemost element. If it matches, then okay, otherwise we are going to check whether the key element is lesser than the mid element or it is greater than the mid element. Then we are going to continue the process same, right, either in the first half or in the second half of the binary search. We have to practice this, students. 38. What is the key in a relational database? Explain types of keys. So already we know candidate key, primary key, composite key, foreign key, right? So already we know this, we have studied this in detail. Candidate key means attribute that can be uniquely identify each record in a table. Similarly, primary key is also same, correct? Composite key, when no single attribute can uniquely identify records, 2 or more attributes are combined to form a key. Sometimes in the table, assume that there is no primary key, then we take the help of composite primary key. That means we will combine the 2 columns and we will try to make the unique number or unique what we call it as just like primary key, right? So a foreign key is an attribute in a one table that refers to the primary key of the another table. That already we know it is used to establish a relationship between the 2 tables. 39th, define the network topology. Okay, explain star and bus topology. I think you have studied this. The arrangement of computers and other peripheral devices in a network is called as a network topology. There are so many network topologies are there. Bus topology, star topology. Bus topology means it is a very linear. Star topology, it is in the star shape, and you have to tell the advantages and disadvantages of the bus topology and star topology. And if you know the diagram, please draw the diagram. Here we have not drawn the diagram. Okay, so draw the diagram. Bus topology is very cheap and easy to install. Okay, whereas star topology we need so many central devices, okay, we have to manage and control the communication between all the nodes, okay. So you have to write the points on a bus and star topology. 40th, write the properties of radio waves transmission. Waves of a frequency ranges from 3 kHz to 1 kHz. Omnidirectional, these waves cannot move in all the direction, they move in omnidirectional. Radio waves of a frequency 300 to 30 MHz can travel long waves. Subsequently of interpersonal radio waves of a frequency 300 to 300 kHz. Once again, these waves are used in AM and FM radio, television, cordless phone. So already we have discussed this in detail. 41, explain the methods of malware identification used by the antivirus. See now, this is which is related to the antivirus. So you have to explain the methods of malware. Already we know what is a malware. It is a virus, signature based detection. Please do remember sandbox detection and data mining techniques, heuristic detection and real-time protection. These are the methods of malware identification used by antivirus. Malware is a virus which can harm our data, which can threaten our data. So we have developed the antiviruses. So signature based detection is popular, sandbox detection is also popular, data mining techniques, heuristic detection, real-time protection. These are all very, very important methods of malware identification, students, right? So that is the end of your what? Part D, and part E is the last. S. Answer any two. You have to answer any two out of 3 here. Each question carries 5 marks. Write the process to sort the following elements using insertion sort. Again, you know insertion sort. Please do read the notes how insertion sort is going to sort, because in insertion sort we assume that the first element is in its proper position and remaining all elements are unsorted, and then we will try to insert one by one element from the second part, that is unordered part, to the first part that we assume it is a ordered part. So that's what they have given the diagram here. Try to practice the diagram. So you have to explain pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, pass 4 and pass 5. If you draw the diagram, it is sufficient, you need not to explain. And next one is consider the marks scored by the students in a subject given. Okay, they have given the subject marks. Calculate the statistical. As we have studied the range of marks and standard deviation, only two things you have to find out. That is, the range is nothing but highest value minus lowest value. 95 minus 70 is 25. Standard deviation, apply the formula and try to find out the standard deviation. You will get 5 out of 5 marks for that. And last one is write an appropriate SQL query for the following. Oh, this is a question from your practical journal. So you have to write a proper SQL queries so that you can find out. You have to write a query, add constraint, okay, primary key for a student registration column of the above table, that is alter table. Already we have to assume that there is a table called student and there are 4 columns: student registration number, student name, marks and phone number. We have to assume that the already table is created with the following attributes and records, right? Tuples. First one is alter table, using alter table student, because the table name is student, alter table student, add primary key student registration number. That is, we are going to make the student registration number as a primary key since it is a unique. B, find the average marks of all the students. Select AVG, average marks, that is the third column, okay, marks. We have to find out the average. AVG is a ready-made function, inbuilt function. Select AVG marks from student, that is the correct answer. Add 5 marks for the student with the student register number 1. That means we have to add plus 5 to the first roll number, that is Karthik. So it is a 94, it will become plus 5, 99. Okay, update, you have to use update command, update student, set marks equal to marks plus 5 where student registration number is equal to student 001. That means 94 will become, Karthik's score is 94, that will become plus 5, 99. Okay, display all the records in the orders highest to lowest marks. That is nothing but order by marks in descending order. Select star from, star means what? Everything. Okay, star, select star from student, order by marks, descending. Descending means top to highest to lowest marks. So if you don't mention D, E, S, C, so by default it will be in the ascending order. We don't want it in ascending order. So we want it in the descending order, that is highest to lowest. So we are writing order by marks D, E, S, C. And last one is remove all the records of the table whose marks less than 93. Delete from student where marks less than 93. That is all about your this question paper. Yes, all the best to my all the computer science students. Thank you very much. And this is also very helpful to the BCA and engineering students who are learning Python. This will enhance your knowledge. Thank you very much. We will come up with the next video. Thank you very much.